In other developments, the digital sector is crying foul over the billions in untapped opportunities in South Africa due to the current critical skills crisis. It is noted that there are 40,000 entry-level jobs that are available for the country's youth. This as 70% of businesses are resorting to offshore digital jobs, which equates to 10 billion rand lost in revenue annually. CEO at the CollectiveX Evan Jones discusses this with us. Good evening to you. Do paint a broader picture of the skills gap that remains in the digital sector in the South African job market.
Yes, and thank you for having me. I mean, this is one of the few areas in our economy where we don't have a jobs problem. We actually have a supply side problem. And as you've rightfully pointed out, we believe through deep research that there's over 40,000 vacancies in the economy. We have also derived from our research that South African businesses, alarmingly, because of the lack of skill, have actually offshored to other countries in the world to find these skills, when in fact the skill actually does reside here in South Africa. And when you look at the data, South Africa is only producing around 20,000 of these skills a year. The vast majority of these skills are not what businesses need, so we're throwing good money at the wrong skills, and this is resulting in scarcity, labor cost rises, and it's impacting business in negative ways. So whilst it is a crisis, in fact, it does also represent a very big opportunity for our country.
That's quite interesting because it leaves room for some sort of framework that would mitigate against the losses here. What do you suggest on that front?
So for some years now, business and government have come together. We've agreed on a single national plan to resolve this. It's an enormous opportunity, as we can see, and can be solved. We've set up a standalone not-for-profit organization that is called the CollectiveX, and essentially the not-for-profit is tasked with coordinating business, government, various stakeholders, funders to drive a single national plan for the country.
Absolutely what's needed, that public-private partnership and the projections there, given that we are sitting in the year of 2024. Much progress should have been made at this point already, given that the fourth industrial revolution is a reality across the globe, and South Africa does not compete only on the African continent, but on a world scale.
Absolutely. I mean, as the CollectiveX, our goal is very straightforward. We want to double the national throughput of the most in-demand digital jobs that businesses need in South Africa. We have targeted and goaled ourselves that over the next 36 months, we'll develop 10,000 of these in-demand digital skills into our economy. We're focused primarily on three things. We're driving a single plan for South Africa to do this. We're scaling the skills that businesses need, number two. And number three, we're also developing innovative funding solutions. These skills require investment. We've actually launched a digital skills fund that aggregates investment from business, from government, as well as donors, so that we can achieve this as a country.
Lastly, how then should the South African youth tap into careers in this field?
I mean, certainly there are a number of career sites out there that they should be aware of, and they should be applying for these roles. But what's really important is certification is one thing, but what's really important is that post-certification, they go through some kind of work experience, because what we're seeing is that their conversion into jobs with a little bit of work experience, or what we call work integrated learning, has a higher probability in finding their ways into these roles. But please do look us up. I mean, there are other channels such as SA Youth and other career platforms that they should be looking into.
Evan Jones is the CEO at the CollectiveX, talking to us about opportunities and some challenges within the digital job space in the country.